Imagine a time when the Mongol Empire, known for its brutal conquests and vast empire stretching from Europe to Asia, attempted to invade India. Yet, against all odds, India stood its ground and emerged victorious. But how exactly India crushed the Mongols? As the 13th century progressed, the Mongol Empire, under the leadership of Genghis Khan and his successors, expanded aggressively, creating the largest contiguous empire in history. Their reputation for being unstoppable was well earned, as they conquered vast territories across Asia and Europe with relentless ferocity. The Mongol military tactics were highly effective, utilizing superior horse archery, mental warfare, and a highly mobile cavalry. This allowed them to overrun well-established empires and crush any resistance with ruthless efficiency. They spread fear and devastation wherever they went, making the Mongol name synonymous with destruction. Meanwhile, in India, the political landscape was fragmented, with various kingdoms and the Delhi Sultanate holding significant power in the north. This was a time of cultural richness, but also internal strife. The subcontinent was home to a mosaic of languages, religions, and cultures, each contributing to the region's vibrancy and complexity. The Mongols saw India as a ripe target for conquest, and thus they launched multiple invasions. The first serious attempt by the Mongols to invade India occurred in 1221, during the reign of Genghis Khan. The Mongol forces, led by the formidable general Khorram Khan, pursued Jalaluddin, the ruler of the Khwarezmian Empire, into the Indian subcontinent. Jalaluddin sought refuge in the Punjab region after being defeated by the Mongols. In a dramatic battle on the banks of Indus River, Jalaluddin managed to escape the Mongol onslaught by crossing the river. This daring escape has become a legendary tale that shows Jalaluddin's courage and quick thinking. However, the Mongols did not give up. They continued their pursuit, raiding and pillaging the northern regions of India. This invasion, although not a full-scale attempt to conquer India, set the stage for the future Mongol ambitions in the region. Despite the initial shock and destruction, the local Indian ruler quickly adapted to the new threat. They fortified their city and strengthened their armies, understanding that the Mongol menace was not going to disappear overnight. This early invasion highlighted the need for unity and preparedness among the Indian kingdoms. The Delhi Sultanate, under Sultan Iltutmish, recognized the growing threat posed by the Mongols. Iltutmish took strategic measures to strengthen the defense of his kingdom. He built a network of fortifications and maintained a robust army to counter any potential invasions. His diplomatic acumen also played a role, as he managed to avoid direct conflict with the Mongols by not provoking them unnecessarily. Iltutmish's reign was marked by efforts to consolidate the Sultanate power and create a stable and resilient state. He understood that a strong, centralized government was crucial in repelling external threats. This period saw significant military reforms, including the introduction of a more organized and professional standing army. However, the Mongol threat did not diminish. In the 1240s, during the reign of Iltutmish's successor, Razia Sultan, the Mongols attempted another invasion. This time, they were met with fierce resistance. The fortified cities and well-prepared armies of the Delhi Sultanate managed to repel the Mongol forces, preventing them from making significant inroads into Indian territory. Razia Sultan, the only female ruler of the Delhi Sultanate, played a crucial role in maintaining the kingdom's defenses. Her leadership and military acumen were instrumental in thwarting the Mongol advances. Despite facing opposition from within her own court, she remained steadfast in her efforts to protect her realm from the external threat. One of the most significant clashes between the Mongols and the Indian forces occurred during the reign of Sultan Alauddin Khilji. In 1299, the Mongols, led by the general Kutluk Khwaja, launched a massive invasion, aiming to capture Delhi itself. Sultan Alauddin Khilji, known for his military prowess and strategic acumen, did not take the threat lightly. He mobilized a large army and positioned his forces strategically to counter the Mongol advance. The two armies met near the town of Jalandhar in Punjab. The battle was fierce and brutal. The Mongols, known for their cavalry and archery, faced stiff resistance from the well-disciplined and heavily armed forces of Alauddin Khilji. The Sultan's strategy of using war elephants and fortified positions proved effective in neutralizing the Mongol cavalry's mobility. Alauddin Khilji's leadership during this battle was exemplary. He personally led his troops, inspiring them with his presence and tactical brilliance. The use of war elephants, a distinctive feature of Indian warfare, played a crucial role in disrupting the Mongol formations. These massive beasts, equipped with armored tusks and ridden by skilled warriors, were a formidable sight on the battlefield. After several days of intense fighting, the Mongols were forced to retreat. This decisive victory at Jalandhar not only boosted the morale of the Indian forces, but also established Alauddin Khilji as a formidable ruler capable of defending his realm against the mightiest of adversaries. The defeat sent shockwaves through the Mongol ranks, proving that their armies were not invincible. Despite the setbacks, the Mongols did not abandon their ambitions to conquer India. In the early 14th century, they launched several more invasions, each time with renewed vigor and large forces. However, they were consistently met with strong resistance from the Delhi Sultanate. One of the most notable invasions occurred in 1306 under the leadership of the Mongol general Taragai. This invasion was particularly threatening as the Mongols managed to penetrate deep into Indian territory. But once again, Sultan Alauddin Khilji's military genius came into play. He employed guerrilla tactics, strategic fortifications, and swift cavalry movements to harass and weaken the Mongol forces. Alauddin Khilji's use of intelligence played a critical role in these conflicts. He had a network of spies who provided him with valuable information about Mongol movements and plans. This allowed him to anticipate their attacks and prepare accordingly. His ability to adapt and innovate in the face of Mongol tactics was a key factor in his repeated successes. In a series of battles, the Mongols were eventually surrounded and decimated. The Sultanate's forces captured a significant number of Mongol soldiers, making one of the most crushing defeats the Mongols ever faced. The remaining invaders were either killed or faced to flee, leaving India unconquered. These final invasions and their outcomes cemented Alauddin Khilji's reputation as one of the greatest military leaders in Indian history. His relentless defense against the Mongols showcased his strategic brilliance and unwavering commitment to protecting his kingdom. The Mongol invasion left a huge mark on Indian history. Every time the Mongol tried to break through, India's leaders and warriors showed incredible bravery and clever tactics. These victories were not just about winning battles, it were about protecting a way of life, rich cultures, and diverse traditions. Sultan Alauddin Khilji in particular became a legendary figure. He wasn't just a strong ruler, but a brilliant strategist who knew how to keep the Mongols at bay. His victories against them boosted the morale of his people and showed the world that India could defend itself against even the toughest enemies. These battles had lasting effects on how India was governed and defended. The strategies and fortifications developed during these times influenced future military tactics and statecraft. They ensured that India remained a place of strong leadership and cultural vibrancy. The story of how India stood up to the mighty Mongols is a tale of bravery, smart tactics, and unshakable determination. The Delhi Sultanate, especially under leaders like Alauddin Khilji, showed the world that even the most fearsome invaders could be defeated with unity and clever strategies. The people of India proved that strength doesn't just come from numbers or power, but from resilience and the will to fight for what's right. The piece of history is a reminder that no matter how big the challenge, with the right mix of brain and bravery, anything is possible. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.